Girls, good morning. So we are going to take an image today and turn it black and white in Photoshop, but we are going to leave part of the image in color for a color pop. So the way that we do that, I'll start by explaining to you how to find the best image online. One of the pictures I found here is just really simple of a bunch of flowers. It's not that great of a photograph, but it'll work. You're welcome to choose anything like an eyeball or something like that, but I do want you to choose something that has a decent amount of color around something that you want to keep in color, because this part of the photograph where, most of the photograph will be turned black and white, but part of the image, like the rose, will stay in color. I'm just pressing the space bar to make that pop in and out. Peekaboo. All right, so we're gonna find an image online. Wrong window. That seems really simple, but I want to show you a couple tricks about finding a big enough file. This one isn't that big, so I'm going to show you some different things. If you Google a really simple word, right, and you go to images, you will notice that there are different settings and tools. I'm not sure if you've ever tried to use those before, but for example, if we're just Googling flower, there are of course like a million different images of flowers online. And we want to find the right picture. And we also want to find a picture that's pretty big. You can tell how big a picture is by seeing how many pixels it has here. 612 by 465 sounds pretty big, but that's basically like a 4-inch by 6-inch photograph, which is not super large. So you can change the settings of the photos you're finding, still Google the word, and then go to Tools, and you can change all of these things. One of the things you can change is size. So you can change it to large. When you click on large, you'll get images that are just large sized or bigger. And that can be really helpful. Now, one of the problems with this is sometimes the image will be a background, like as in trying to sell you a screenshot or a screen capture, and you don't want that. You just want something regular. So what you want to do is people tend to click on this picture and then they'll like drag this to the desktop, but that only saves a thumbnail and it'll be really tiny and blurry. So you want to click on it, and if we already installed on your Google Chrome, this only works in Chrome, if we already installed your View Image button, you can go ahead and click that and it will download the image for you or just take you to another picture of the image. Let's see if this one did it. Yeah, where it's nice and big. It's full size. If that doesn't work because you don't have this button, it's like a newer feature, you can go ahead and click on the picture and you'll have to actually click here. Now this might be what I'm talking about where you could download it, but it might be like a screen capture, a screensaver. Yeah. So anyway, once you get the picture that you want and you have it up, oh Lord, it's a whole thing, you're going to go ahead and drag it from here onto your desktop. So we're going to drag it from here, like literally drag it onto your desktop. And that will mean that your flower or whatever you're doing is right here. To open it into Photoshop, we're just going to go ahead and drag the picture from the desktop into Photoshop. The reason that I dragged it onto the desktop first is so that I know where the original file is saved right now, but you could technically just drag it straight into Photoshop. All right, so once you drag it into Photoshop, it's going to go ahead and open as a new layer, which again is right here. It's really imperative before you start the process of turning things black and white and leaving something in color that you double click your background layer. So you double click on the word background, click, click, and it's going to pop up a new button that says new layer. You can name it whatever you want. If you want to name it like flower background, or you can just leave it layer 0. It actually doesn't matter. There you go. You don't have to worry about this. So you just press OK. Now we have layer 0. In order to turn